What's up, everybody? It's Fireman here, and I'm back to give you guys another top speed tune. This one's gonna be on the R34, as requested by I can't remember the person's name, but one of you guys mentioned it in in the comments of I believe the last video, or in one of the previous videos I did for top speeds. So this will be on the GTR, the R35. Um, this one should go 272, if not 273. I'm pretty confident it goes 273. I can't remember though, because I don't think they've really altered anything with the physics at all. It's probably gonna be a long time till they do that, honestly, for a lot of the cars. But this should be the exact same speed, pretty much, as the GTR Nismo. But the only difference is gonna be a little bit in the suspension. Like, the transmission is exactly the same type of setup as the GTR Nismo, but as you can see here in the suspension, slightly different. 85 in the front and rear for ride height. Anti-roll bars, you guys can adjust those as you please. I keep them at stock because they don't seem to do a whole lot in my mind, at least on Route X at least. 40 for the compression, front and rear. 30 for extension, front and rear. And then for your natural frequency, aka the spring rate, you want it all the way up in the front, so 3.3, and all the way down the rear at 1.6. The only reason why I have it like this is because for some reason the R35, unlike the GTR, can't really handle too well in the turn. So in a good race without nitrous, you can use racing tires if you're not going above the 272, 273 speed you're hitting. But once you go above that, you're most likely going to want to use sports tires. I probably would recommend sports soft. I just put sports hard on this because that's what it comes with. So I'm not really going to go buy sports soft tires unless it does not have any sports tires for it. The camber angle is 3.0 on the front, 1.5 in the rear. I've found out through testing out the C6 Corvette, the ZR1, that for some reason that the camber angle is, there's a sweet spot for it, and it seems to be 3.0 in the front and 1.5 in the rear, so that's what that's at. Differential is going to be however you guys want to use differential for. I really don't really use differential unless it's for road courses that's not like this, or the track, should I say. Uh, you want the toe angle at 0 on both front and rear. And then going over to the transmission, the top speed should be set to 320. It that should be stock. So if you just bought the transmission, you haven't touched it at all, you shouldn't have to really touch the top speed. Going into the transmission, all you have to do is take your final from where it was, which I can't remember 100% myself, honestly, but I believe it's in like the 3.0 range or something like that. But wherever it is at stock, you want to bring it down to 2.446. Don't have to touch any gears, no nothing. The only gear you may have to touch is 6th gear to try to get a decent speed in your top speed for NOS uses of NOS. So the 6th gear is all on how fast the car can go. With it going 272, 273, you should hit about at least 290, to 297 to 298 at max. But most likely about, I would say, 295 for a good benchmark. But hopefully you guys got the numbers set down. If you guys are having issues trying to get your gears to match up with how mine are, and you have the exact same final, I would just, if I were you guys, I would just adjust your gears, at least your 5th gear and your 6th, or well, not exactly 6th gear, but for your 5th gear, I would just adjust it to the number that I have, the 455 top speed for that gear. Because that shouldn't do a whole big difference if you have a slightly different number for your gear ratio versus the top speed of that gear that the gear can go. So other than that, I'll get ahead on track real quick, like, so I can show you guys how it goes. As I said before, with racing soft in the front, this does handle very well. I am noticing that a lot of people on the lobbies do run either racing soft in the front or sport soft in the front, which is all by preference and how well the car can handle the course. But the more and more times you go into a lobby and you're finding out that either people running novice racing pretty much, or you can do one lap or full bottling off, or just regular racing like this. Racing soft is what you guys want to try to use for just basic running. So the basic tune I have here, or if you're running with a full bottling off and it's less than a full lap, I would highly recommend putting sports tires on, because racing softs give a little bit too much grip to be able to go into the turn and gently get around the turn. You guys probably could readjust your settings to make it where the car doesn't react as fast or as responsive in the turns, or even when you're steering, but that's up to you guys. I kind of have it high. I think I have like 2 or 3 clicks. I think the highest is 10, so I have it like 7, so I'm so used to the fine handling, I guess they say it is. But to my knowledge, at the higher speeds you're running, if you're running above, I would say 275 to 280, I would say it's highly recommended as sports tires, because as I said before, the car is just gonna, for some reason, get too much grip in the front, and it's gonna take the rear end out, and you're gonna go spin. And it'll happen I'm pretty confident it'll happen in any way you set up the ride height, because I had the ride height up a little bit on one of my own, or not my own thing, but when I was trying tunes out, I had the ride height not all the way down, and it still did it with racing soft on when I was going at a pretty good speed on it. So, this should hit 272, most likely 273. I remember testing this out. 273 seemed to be the benchmark it hit, but it may not hit 273 with how the suspension is set up. If you guys wanted 273, then you could put sports softs on and take the spring rate and the frequency all the way down in the front, and that will give you your extra mile per hour with 273. But for how this car handles and how it is right now, I'd rather keep with racing softs, but than the board, just keep the sports soft on, because a lot of the racing I'm doing now is mainly just softs, so I tend not to switch the tires off the sports in front. But yeah, that's pretty much how that's how it is. It'll hit 272, 273. I'll mark it down as 272 because that's how this actually goes. The ATS can adjust to make it 273. If you guys like videos, like fun. Also subscribe for more videos. I post at least twice a week. Mondays and Thursdays. If I don't post it on a Monday, it'll be a Tuesday and Friday. Also share the also if you guys could share video with friends and anybody else that you know. That way you get the more spread out. Because a lot of my tunes that I'm posting here, honestly, just like kind of like like basic, I guess, say tunes, but they're really good high up in